In this tutorial, we'll be learning about tuples in Python. Tuples are similar to lists in Python, but there are some key differences that make them useful in certain situations. Here, we've created a tuple called my_tuple with 3 items: apple, banana, and cherry. We can access individual items in the tuple using indexing, just like we would with a list. As you can see, when we print out the tuple, it's enclosed in parentheses instead of square brackets like a list. Here, we've also created a list called my_list with the same 3 items. Notice that when we print out the list, it's enclosed in square brackets instead of parentheses. We can also use the type function to see the difference between a list and a tuple. As you can see, the type of my_list is list, while the type of my_tuple is tuple. However, one key difference between lists and tuples is that tuples are immutable, which means we can't change the values inside them once they've been created. If we try to assign a new value to an item in a tuple, we'll get an error. As you can see, we get a type error when we try to change the first item in my_tuple to orange. We can also use the len function to get the length of a tuple, just like we would with a list. As you can see, the length of my_tuple is 3. So when should you use a tuple instead of a list? Tuples can be useful when you want to create a collection of items that won't change. For example, you might use a tuple to represent a point in 2D space with an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. Since the coordinates of a point don't change, it makes sense to use a tuple to represent them. That's all for this tutorial on tuples in Python. Happy coding!